Hello, my name's Danielle, and today we will be discussing my body, my rights, understanding consent and self-empowerment. In the slides, the goals will be to help SIL tenants understand the meaning of consent, their personal rights, and how to advocate for themselves in relationships and social engagements. The learning outcomes would be to understand what consent means, practice self-advocacy skills, being able to identify respectful ways to interact with others, learning that everyone has the right to control their own body. What are my rights? Everyone has the right to say yes or no to being touched, who they want to be close with, being respected with respect, speak up when something feels wrong. What is consent? Consent means what? Saying yes in a clear voice and freely. Saying no in a clear voice and freely. If you're unsure, make that person aware that you are unsure. The freedom to change your mind. Not being pressured into doing anything you are uncomfortable with. When is consent needed? Talking about private parts. Any kind of sexual activity. Kissing, hugging, being touched in any way, and that could be a high five or a pat on the back. What does being assertive mean? Being assertive means saying what you want in a calm and clear way using I statements. I do not like that. I am not comfortable. I am okay with that. I need space. I want to wait. You can practice being assertive using the following prompts on the image within the slide. What makes you have a powerful body language? Do you know? How about eye contact? How we look at a person. Our body posture. Where we place our hands. How our head moves, how it's tilted. And the tone of voice we use. What is self-advocacy? Self-advocacy is sticking up for yourself in a clear voice. You can ask for help from the following people in your life: your family, your friends, staff that work with you, doctors, counselors, could all be people that you've reached to. So, in the learning activity, we will use yes, no, and not sure cards. Let's try. This is yes, no, and not sure. Tickle. Would that be a no, yes, or not sure? I would say yes. You would need consent to tickle somebody. You are touching them. Whisper in the ear. Not sure? Yes or no? I would say yes. You do need consent to whisper in somebody's ear. It's as easy as saying, psst, can I whisper? And it's up to them to say yes or no. A hug. Would that be a not sure, a yes, or a no? I'm going to say yes. You ask if it's all right for you to hug somebody. What about a kiss? Is that intimate? Do you need consent for that? I'm going to say yes. Because you're going up to somebody and you're touching them in an intimate way, and some people don't like that. So you can ask if it's okay for you to kiss them. They may say no, and that's okay. High five. No, I'm not sure. Or yes. I'm going to say yes. You ask somebody for a high five. You are touching them. What about an arm on shoulders? Or an arm around another's shoulders? Right? You think about it. Would you like it if somebody came up to you out of nowhere and just stuck their arm around you? Personally, I wouldn't like that. So that's a hard no. Do they have to ask for consent? That's a yes. Always ask for consent when touching somebody. What about pat on the back? Sometimes we want to congratulate somebody and give them a good pat on the back for all the work they did. Would you have to ask them for consent? I'm going with a yes. Because you're still touching somebody, and regardless on if it's in like a good way, a good manner, a good gesture, as long as you're touching somebody else's body, you need to always ask for consent. Other activities that could be done could be ways to say no. You can ask ways about how a person can say no. Make a list on a big piece of paper or a dry erase board. Also integrate your answers and explanation within the list to provide a better understanding of the learning outcome. And then there's a questionnaire. The questionnaire is, someone asks you before giving you a hug. Is that safe or unsafe? 2, someone touches you without asking. Is that safe or unsafe? Someone kisses you without asking. Safe or unsafe? Someone pressures you into doing a sexual act when you have already said no. Safe or unsafe? You are okay with someone holding your hand. Is that safe or unsafe? You feel very scared and confused after someone has touched you. Is that safe or unsafe? Someone stops touching you when you have asked them to stop. Is that safe or unsafe? Someone video records you without your permission. Is that safe or unsafe? Someone takes inappropriate photos of you. Safe or unsafe? You have asked someone for a kiss and they reply with a yes. Is that safe? Again, you have asked someone for a kiss and they reply with a yes. Do you think that's safe or unsafe? Thank you for watching this presentation. I hope you have learned a lot. And let me know if you have any questions. Thank you again. I hope you have a good day. Bye.